no.
Ocho Cinco, was he a quarterback?
Your ass better call somebody.
His team hasn't won a national championship since before he was even born.
Diggs gone for the touchdown. Caldwell Pope. How about that one, baby? Let's go. Come on.
Come back, Kelly.
I love college football.
Go Dogs.
Go Tigers.
Roll Tide, roll. Roll RMFT. Roll motherfucking Tide.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the NFL Weekly Matchup Fantasy Podcast. We are doing a fantasy podcast this week. We haven't done one of those yet. What did we do last week? Last week we did the
Division
remember. Yeah, we did the division winners. And this week we're doing a fantasy podcast. Once the season starts, we're going to combine it a little bit. But for now, we are going to do it separately. We are doing our top 10 quarterbacks, fantasy quarterbacks, and fantasy running backs today. And then later on, depending on as far as when the season, what we got, 3 weeks, 4 weeks till the season starts? Something like that. I don't know. It's pretty soon anyway. And we'll do our top wide receivers.
I think September 8th, Thursday night.
So we should have, we'll do our top wide receivers and tight ends and stuff like that. I don't know if we'll do defenses and kickers. I don't even draft those, to be honest with you, when I do fantasy. But, Josh, I know you're on the phone. We'll go to Clay first. Clay, how was your week? I know it just started, but how was your weekend?
Weekend was good. Everything's good here. I don't really know what else to say about that. I mean,
any preseason? Did you watch any preseason?
I watched a little preseason. I watched a little bit of that Falcons, Lions, and that's pretty much the only one I really caught. I mean, I tried to keep up with some of that Green Bay, but yeah, I mean, that's all I really caught on the preseason end of things.
Josh, what'd your weekend entail? And did you watch any preseason this week or any college football going on?
No, I didn't really tune in to any of the preseason too much. I went and played golf yesterday morning, and then took a nap.
What'd you shoot? Did you keep score or no?
Yeah, I got to say 107.
I'm right there with you. We're playing golf this weekend. We're doing some team thing for somebody's birthday. We're all going like 12 of us, so we're going Sunday.
How many strokes they give you, Chris? At least 30?
Oh no, I'm on a team. I'm on a team. It's me and Warren and Jimmy and another dude I don't know. Bunch of us play. Bryson's playing, Walker's playing, a lot of us playing.
You should have been on Walker's team.
Yeah, well, we tried. We made the teams even. They made the teams even.
All right.
I said I should have been on Walker's team, but they're a lot of them just started playing golf as well. So I mean, I've been playing forever. I just suck. I'm just terrible. But they just a lot of them just started. They're just.
And I had a few shots. The shots that keep me going back. I mean, I hit a 7-iron, about 145 yards, or over the freaking green. I've never hit a 7-iron that far, and I was like, I'm gonna hit the 7-iron. I'll probably land right on the green. And I go up there, and I thought I was on the backside of the green, but I was 15 yards past the green, almost onto the next tee box. Straight towards the hole too, man. Just went straight over.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I can do is putt. That's about it. You put me on the green, I can putt, but everything else, every other part of my game sucks. Anyway, so we're going to get into the fantasy quarterbacks and running back. I guess we'll start at quarterback here. Do y'all want to start from 10? Or I guess we'll start from 1, and then we'll do the honorable mentions and stuff.
Yeah. Start from 1 because I think our 1 through 5 will probably be around the same, and then it might get a little different.
Yeah, we'll talk about each one here. Clay, who you got at number 1?
My number 1's obvious, Josh Allen. I mean, there's no other explanation. Dude's going to run the ball. He's going to throw the ball. He's going to score a bunch of touchdowns. They have a bunch of receivers around him. So, yeah, I went with Josh Allen.
Yeah, I also went with Josh Allen. He just does it all. He runs, he throws, he can throw an 80-yard bomb, and he can run it for 100 yards, touchdown. I mean, he's just gonna have so many fantasy points. I don't know if I'd pick him as the number 1 quarterback in the league, but I'm gonna pick him as the number 1 fantasy quarterback for me personally. Josh, who'd you take?
I also have Josh Allen. I mean, I got some stats here. Over 4,000 passing yards, 36 touchdowns last year, a 92 passer rating.
Yeah.
He just gets better and better. He's coming into his prime. I do have him as the top quarterback in the league and fantasy.
And one thing is they don't have nobody that's going to run the ball. I mean, the guys they got, more than likely he's going to catch the ball. They got James Cook now, who said he could be playing lining up at receiver some. So, I mean, they don't have nobody that's going to run the football. So, I mean, it's not like anybody's taking away. He's going to heave it. And I think everybody should have Josh Allen as their number one quarterback. Number two, here's where it gets dicey. Number two, Josh, who do you have as your number two fantasy quarterback?
Patrick Mahomes.
I got
Patrick Mahomes. You know, he almost had 5,000 passing yards last season. I know it's going to hurt not having Hill back there, but, you know, he gets a lot with his legs too when he needs to. But he's in his prime to carry this pass first offense. I think he'll be number two scoring quarterback in fantasy.
I know Clay's got something different. I'm pretty sure because I know he's high on another guy. But I got Patrick Mahomes as well. And I had another guy in second at first, but I looked at it and I thought about it. The dude's just going to heave the ball, and they're going to be in a lot of – I mean, they're in the best division in football. So is another guy, but they're in the best division in football. He's going to be in a lot of close games, a lot of tight games. He's going to need to throw the ball, and they don't have a running back that's going to run the ball. I mean, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he sucks. They got, I think, who they should start in McKinnon, and then they got some Pacheco or whoever that came from college. I don't know if Josh might know him, Isaiah Pacheco or whatever his name is. I don't know much about him. Some other running back. So they don't have no running backs either. And they got Juju now. They got Hardman, who I think should do well. I need to put my phone on charger. Hardman do well since he's got some, he's familiar with Patrick Mahomes, and he got Travis Kelce, obviously, and a couple others. But, yeah, I mean, Patrick Mahomes, number two for me. Clay, who you got?
You thought I was different, but I had Patrick Mahomes too. I mean, there's no other explanation. I mean, I did watch some of that preseason replay, and I saw that he spread the ball out to like 8 different people. Obviously, he hit Kelce for a pass. He hit Mecole for a pass. He hit the tight end Bell for a pass, and a few others. They lost a lot of receivers. I mean, they lost Hill, but they also lost Robinson. They lost your boy Pringle.
Yeah.
But they don't have a running back, but I do think I didn't know McKinnon was on the Chiefs anymore. But
you remember that play? You remember the playoff run? I mean, he had a good playoff run.
Yeah, but McKinnon played last year with San Francisco.
No, remember towards the end of the season and towards the playoff, he was on the Chiefs.
Oh yeah, you're right. Never mind, my fault. Anyways, but I think Ronald Jones is going to take that job. Ronald Jones is on the Chiefs. If they need a back, that's going to bulldoze through people. I think it's going to be Ronald Jones. I think Ronald Jones is better than Helaire. But Hilaire is better in the passing game, so I don't know.
Ronald Jones sucks.
But Ronald Jones isn't good. I'm just saying I think he's going to be better than Clyde Edwards-Helaire at
Ronald Jones
running the damn ball.
He should be the fourth string running back on that team.
I don't know, bro.
Behind Pacheco and behind.
Hey, look at what he did. Look at what he did with Tampa Bay for a little while. I mean, he did good. He just gets hurt.
Yeah, well, he also had the best quarterback to ever play the game, the smartest quarterback to ever run the game. He might can help me run the ball.
Didn't Helaire have a 200-yard rushing game last year?
No, I mean Hilaire's. I mean he's a lot damn better than Ronald Jones. I know that, but
I don't know. I'm just saying neither one of them are great. Neither one of them are great.
Hey, people like Ronald Jones. I don't like Ronald Jones. I'm gonna tell you like it is. You got to defend yourself. Come on.
I ain't gonna defend it. I'm not a fan of the guy. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm sure sound like it. You said he's gonna take the job on the Chiefs.
No, McKinnon's gonna blow his damn Achilles probably again, like he always does. So I mean, and then Helaire gets hurt too. I mean, they're a bunch of injury guys right there, and Ronald Jones gets hurt too. So I can't say nothing. But I'm just saying,
McKinnon could be one of the biggest sleepers.
They're gonna
if they're smart. I don't think they're going. The thing is, I don't think they're going to, run with McKinnon. But if they're smart, they would. McKinnon can help that team make a run, boy. I mean, he was good. He was good in the playoffs last season. Where are we at? Did we go through? Everybody had their number two. We all had Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
All right. I think number three should be similar here. Everybody should have the same. I'll start here. I got Justin Herbert. No mistake. I mean, the dude. I think Mahomes is the most talented quarterback I've ever seen, personally. Now, Brady might be the best, but I always said Mahomes is the most talented quarterback I've ever seen. But, I mean, the dude, what is he, 6'2", 6'3"? He's a good pocket. I mean, he can run. He's a good pocket quarterback. He's got the arm strength. I mean, he's got one of the best arms in the league. He's got Keenan Allen. He's got Eckler, who can catch the pass. He's got Mike Williams, who I think is really good. I mean, and he doesn't need receivers. I mean, he's just so good. I mean, I think he could be the best quarterback here in the next – he could be the best quarterback in the league after this season. I mean, the dude's that good. And, I mean, barring if they stay healthy, he could have a really good defense. I mean, they could be one of the best teams in football this year. But that doesn't matter, even though it's fantasy. Like I said, I think he can run. He's going to throw. I got Justin Herbert, number 3. Josh, what you doing at number 3?
Well, I'm going with a guy who had almost 800 rushing yards last year and 10 rushing touchdowns, and Jalen Hurts, with the addition of A.J. Brown, and his hometown connection, his college connection with Devontae Smith. I think the Philadelphia has a little bit more airing it out, and maybe he doesn't get as much rushing yards this year, but Jalen Hurts, to me, is the number 3 fantasy quarterback this season.
I like that. I do like Hurts, and I did have him a little bit higher at first, I will say. Had him higher at first, but one thing Clay did mention, I'll say this now before Clay picks his pick. They got a pretty easy schedule, and when I'm thinking about my quarterback for fantasy, me personally, this is me. I want somebody that's going to run. I want somebody that's going to throw, but I also want somebody that's going to be in a close game and it's going to be need to throw the ball. That's the only thing for me. That's the only thing that kept me from picking Jalen Hurts so high, because they might be ahead in games, and if they're really ahead in games, he might not have to throw as much. And they don't have a running back that's going to run the ball that I know of that's going to do that well, so that helps him. So, I mean, I'm really high on Jalen Hurts, but that's the only thing that took me a step back from him. Clay, who do you got at number 3 or number 4?
I got Justin Herbert. I just think the guy's good. I don't know. There's some of these guys so I'm thinking about too, like when I'm gonna do a fantasy draft, like I'm not gonna take Josh Allen. I don't draft quarterbacks that early. I feel like he's gonna go in like 3rd round or something. I mean, you got some crazy people that might go like 2nd round with him. So that's not the way I draft. But and Herbert, I just don't know how early he's gonna go either. But I think that he's gonna produce fantasy points, and he's a good, talented quarterback. So,
I mean, I'm with you. I mean, if I'm honestly, besides maybe Mahomes, if Mahomes somehow drops because people don't like him, I'm not taking any of these 3 quarterbacks. To be honest with you, I'm waiting on a quarterback. That's me, because there's going to be a lot of talent at this position.
I mean, I'm not taking a quarterback to like 6th round.
Yeah. I mean, it just depends. I mean, if somebody, if somebody falls and you don't have nothing, and say if you got like a Diggs or somebody and, he falls and you don't see another player you like, maybe you could take Allen, or if you got, Travis Kelce, maybe you can take Mahomes. I mean, I like pairing my guys. That's me personally. I always like pairing my guys because it gives us more upside. But, I'm not taking any of these quarterbacks probably in my drafts either, but I do like them. I mean, they're obviously the top 3 quarterback, or with Hurts included. I mean, Hurts could definitely be a top 3. And Hurts is one that I think that could drop far enough that I believe I can take, I would say. Number 4, Clay, who do you got at number 4? One thing I want to say, 4 through 7 here, I think is interchangeable for me personally. I think you can have any of these guys in any order, me personally. But who do you got at number 4?
Yeah, so 4 through, like you said, 7. Actually, 4 through 7 is pretty interchangeable, and like 7 down, picking number 10 was hard for me. But number 4, I got Lamar Jackson. I think that he's going to do a lot with his legs. He's going to score your fantasy points that way. He also hopefully he throws the ball this year a lot. They have a 2nd-string tight end that's supposed to be really good too as well. Not going to take the job from Mark Andrews, but, I mean, you never know. You could come out there being another receiver for him. So I think Yeah, I just went with Lamar Jackson. He's going to score you fantasy points, guaranteed. So that's who I went with.
That's definitely, I would say, Lamar Jackson. I don't want to say a safe pick because he's not, but I mean, more than likely, more people is going to have him at number 4. I've just never liked him throwing the ball personally, but he could be your number 1 quarterback, and it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I like Rashad Bateman, I like Mark Andrews, but we'll see. Josh, who do you got at number 4 here?
I mean, I got Justin Herbert number 4 for all the reasons you said. I mean, he finished the season last year with over 5,000 passing yards. He also added 3 rushing touchdowns. I think he's a lot like Josh Allen to me. He's coming into his prime right now, and he's an elite quarterback.
Yeah, and again, I mean, they're going to be the toughest division in football, so he's going to be in competitive games, and he's going to need to throw the ball. I mean, they could be down in games. That's the way I see it. So, I mean, he's going to need to throw the ball and put up as many yards as he can in a lot of close games. 4, I might surprise you here. I got, in which like I said, 4 through 7 is interchangeable for me. I got Kyler Murray. I went Kyler Murray number 4. He can run. He can throw. I know they got some injuries on the receiving position. And the only thing I don't like about this is the whole contract situation going in. But I thought about it, maybe he's wanting to prove himself this season. I mean, he might be pissed off at the Cardinals organization, whatever happened there, but that might make him want to prove himself. They still got more. They got, who was it, Isabella. They got another receiver I'm blanking on. But I don't know.
They got Hollywood Brown.
Hollywood Brown, who that's going to be a good target for him, barring if he's healthy. I've heard he might be a little hurt.
You get Hopkins back after week 6.
Yeah, Hopkins back after week 6. Once they get him back, I mean, I'm really high on him. Like I said, I'm not. And one thing, like I explained the whole time, he's going to be in close games. Cardinals have, I think, the toughest. I looked at it, maybe the toughest schedule in football. So they could be down in games. He's going to need to throw the ball. He's going to need to be at his best, and I just think he's going to need to put up points. So I'm taking Kyler Murray at number 4. Number 5, Clay, we'll go to you. Who you got at number 5?
I wanted to move my number 6 guy up, but I'm sticking with Joe Burrow, man. I think last year, he made it to the Super Bowl after coming off an injury. I think they improved a little bit on the offensive line, and I think he's just going to be solid, and I think he's going to put up numbers. So, yeah, and if Joe Burrow falls low on a draft, and I feel like snagging him, I'm going to take Joe Burrow because I think he's going to put up numbers this year. Dude has a great attitude, plays with confidence. I like him a lot, so I'll roll with Joe Burrow.
Josh, who do you got at number 5?
He does play with a lot of confidence. But for my 5th guy, I got Kyler Murray for all the reasons that you just said, Chris. He can move with his feet, and he's really good at looking downfield on the run. I just like him as my number 5 fantasy quarterback overall for the season.
Yeah, and he runs it in too, barring if something about – I know Clay's pick was great, and that's my number 5. I got Joe Burrow too, but I just want to talk about Kyler Murray for a second. If James Conner somehow, gets hurt or something, who Clay doesn't like, but, they don't have nobody else. We'll get into running backs later. But anyway, he can run it in. They might set up a play for him at the goal line inside the red zone for him to run it in the end zone. So that's one thing I like about Kyler Murray too. But yeah, number 5, I got Joe Burrow as well. He's going to put up a lot of yards. I know there was games last season. I think it was early in the season where he didn't, show out. But once they got the groove and they started to make that run, he was putting up numbers. And he's got Jamar Chase, who's probably one of the best receivers in football. They got 2 other receivers in T. Higgins, Tyler. I think they still got Tyler Boyd, who's going to be really good. One addition who I've heard really, and I could be wrong. I think this is who they added. I could be wrong. It was either Austin Hooper or Hayden Hurst, one or the other. Which one? Does anybody know?
It's Hayden Hurst. That's Hayden what I was just about to talk about that. I think Hayden Hurst is going to be a beast.
Yeah, well, they've been talking really good about him in the preseason. That's going to be a good end zone target. I know Matt Ryan liked to target him in the end zone. That's going to be good for him. And also, like I said, I'm going right back to it. One thing I like, I'm looking at the schedules here. Cincinnati Bengals, the third toughest schedule in the NFL. In the NFL, he's going to need to throw the ball. They're going to need to be in games. Offensive line's improved. I'm hoping my boy from Grovetown could get a starting job here soon, but I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, like I said, I like it because he's going to need to throw the ball and be in games, and he can run some. So, number 6, I'll start it off with number 6 here. I got Josh's guy who he's high on at number 3. I got Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts. Eagles are going to be really good this season. I know I went back and looked at the schedule a little bit like Clay did and looked at who they added and stuff. I mean, the Eagles should be really good this season unless Hurts somehow does not play well. I mean, if Hurts doesn't play well, they're not going to be good. And, he's going to run. I mean, the dude's going to run. He's going to get you all the rushing yards in the world. He's got A.J. Brown, who I think is one of the best receivers in football. If you put A.J. Brown with a good quarterback that can throw the ball, I don't know how much better Jalen Hurts is, or even if he is better than Ryan Tannehill at throwing the football. But if you put A.J. Brown with a good quarterback, he's going to be really good. And Devontae Smith, who I think's a sleeper. Dude was one of the best. One of the best college receivers. He had one of the best college games we've ever seen.
Heisman. He's the Heisman winner.
And they got Dallas Goedert, who's really good. They're going to be good. Yeah, like I said, when I look at fantasy, I'm looking at rushing, I'm looking at throwing, and that's what Jalen Hurts is. The only thing that pushed me away from him, like I said, was they got an easy schedule, may not need to throw as much. But Josh, who do you got at number 5? What are we at? Number 5 here, or 6? Excuse me, 6. Excuse me.
Yeah, I got Lamar Jackson for the reasons that y'all said. They went and got some more receivers. They kind of tailored to him and his style. It kind of hurt him last year, missing the first 5 games. The rushing is always there. He's an elusive quarterback, and I think that's why I have him at the number 6.
Yeah,
season.
I'm sorry, I talk about every position, but he's going to run in there. He's going to get rushing touchdowns too. The dude's going to run. They could set up plays for him to run at the goal line. I honestly think I have him. I know I haven't said him yet, but I have the possible lowest Lamar Jackson could be. But anyway, Clay, go to your number 6 here.
My number 6 is Jalen Hurts. Just like everything Chris said, I want to put it, if Jalen Hurts falls on me in a draft, I'm taking him. And really, the Eagles are good. They've gotten better, but I don't think they're going to blow people out. I just think they have a really easy schedule. So I still think they're going to be playing in ball games. Plus, look at their running back situation. They ain't going to run the ball that much, like Chris said. I think my boy Gainwell, I was talking him up last year. He's listed as a number 2 this year, and he's a really good receiving back. And I think they're going to play. They're going to roll with that a little bit if Miles Sanders don't step it up. Plus, Miles Sanders, you touch him, he gets hurt.
Yeah, let me tell you something right now. Unless there's a running back I have not seen on the Eagles roster, do not draft the Eagles running back. Do not pick an Eagles running back. I could be totally wrong about this. I know some people are talking about Miles Sanders. Do not pick an Eagles running back. I saw the Huntley guy in preseason, but I am not touching the Eagles running back in fantasy. I know we're not talking about running backs.
Jalen is their running back.
Yeah, Jalen's definitely their running back, but the reason I like the Eagles too is their backup quarterback is Gardner Minshew, okay? And I like that guy. The dude's electric, okay? The dude is electric. He brings the fans in it. And I'm just saying, if Jalen goes down, they got a good, solid number 2 quarterback. Also, they have Zach Pascal, which he played with Indianapolis Colts. He's like a second string for them. That's a pretty decent second string receiver to have. They got A.J. Brown Smith, and then they got Quez Watkins, and they still got Greg Ward. I don't know. That dude seems like, he just comes out of nowhere, every now and then for a week, and he'll score you a bunch of fantasy points. Right. So, they got decent receivers.
One thing, like you mentioned, who were you just talking about? I can't remember. Before the quarterback, I can't on my mind.
Oh, Kenneth Gainwell?
Minshew. If you're talking about the top 3 coolest quarterbacks that you want to be good, they're not worth a damn. But you want to be good. Number 1, you got Gardner Minshew. Number 2, Number 2, I can't even remember who I had at number 2. Well, you got Ryan Fitzpatrick, and I'm trying to think of the other. Drew Lock. That is probably the top 3. I mean, you want them to be good. They're the coolest quarterbacks. But damn, if they ain't no good. I mean, Drew Lock's got some talent. Maybe Drew Lock steps it up this year. But, I mean, damn, I want them to be good. But, I mean, Fitzpatrick, he's won some games. But, I mean, you want them to be so good, and they can't do it. But, anyway.
We'll watch your boy Jameis this year, Chris.
Yeah, and
That's what we want to be good.
Hold on, time out. He ain't want to be good. He is damn good. Jameis Winston is good. I'm talking about Jameis Winston. He's got some talent. If he don't fall over and roll his damn ankle half the damn time, or
is he in your top 10? Is he in your top 10?
I can't say that yet. Trip over a fingernail or something and fall over and get injured. I mean, he could be good. And people are sleeping on. People are sleeping on Michael Thomas. I mean, Michael Thomas is getting drafted. Yeah. Michael Thomas is getting drafted at the bottom. The dude was probably the best receiver. He was a top 5 receiver in an NFL before he got hurt. I know he's older now. I know he got hurt, but man, I mean, if he's any as good as he was before, I mean, the dude is going to be good. I know they got talent, but
I don't think Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas is only 28, I think.
Oh, I thought he was. I thought he was 28.
I know he's been in the league a while, but I think he's only 28.
Well, I mean,
don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that, but I think so. I'm about to look it up.
And you said this wouldn't last an hour. I could talk all damn day. I'm sorry. We might be long now, but Jalen Hurts. I mean, Jalen Hurts, or not Jalen Hurts, the Eagles. I just want to talk about the Eagles for a minute. The thing is, if they had a good running back, I mean, they like to run the ball. The Eagles do like to run the ball, but they ain't got nobody to run the ball. So maybe Miles Sanders steps it up this year. I could be totally wrong. I mean, they like to run the ball. They just ain't got one. Number 7, we'll go to Josh here. You've been quiet for a minute.
Number 7, I have Joe Burrow. You know, like everything y'all just said, you know, he's confident, he's cool, collective. He's act like he's been in the NFL for 4 or 5 years. He's got Jamar Chase. He loves to air it out. He can throw the ball accurate, deep. I just have him scoring a lot of fantasy points, and that's why I got him at number 7 on my fantasy board.
I like it. I mean, that's definitely a good spot for him. I like Josh's list so far. I mean, Josh has got a good list so far. I know it's going to get interesting once we hit this 8, 9, 10. I know it's definitely going to get interesting for me.
It's so hard. But, so hard.
Clay, who do you got at number 8? Or what we at? 8?
Number 7. Number 7 is just like y'all got Kyler Murray in my top 7. I mean, he's going to score fantasy points. The only reason I got him so much lower than y'all do is because the dude gets hurt. I mean, he gets hurt. He plays through injury, but he's got a tough division, and he just gets hurt. So that's why I got Kyler Murray a little bit lower. But I'm high on Kyler Murray. I like him. Small guy, runs the ball well. I mean, throws the ball well. So yeah.
No, and I think honestly, Clay's got him in the right spot here. Like I said, 4 through 7. I think Kyler Murray probably should be 7. I'm just, like I said, I kind of went off the schedule here and thinking they're going to be in close games and thinking he's going to need to throw the ball. I mean, the dude's got to be good. I mean, if he's not good, the Cardinals are going to be bad. So, and he's upset. He's wanting to do good this season. So that's the only reason I'm a little bit higher on Kyler Murray. I don't know if I draft him, to be honest, but I do think he's going to be good if I can get him late. And sorry, I'm just mouthing on here. But we were talking before. I mean, these quarterbacks that are going later between this time, like a Jalen Hurts or a Kyler Murray, if you can get these guys, you can get later receivers with them. I mean, like Jalen Hurts, you can get a Devontae Smith or a A.J. Brown. I mean, I know A.J. Brown's going to live high, but if you could get like a Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith and load up at running back, and get another good receiver, I mean, that's a good team. I mean, I think if Devontae Smith hits his ceiling and Jalen Hurts hits his ceiling and you got 2 really good running backs, I mean, stuff like that. I mean, if you could get these quarterbacks late, that's the only thing I'm thinking. But number 7, I got Lamar Jackson, one quarterback who I think that if he drops far enough, I think I could get him. I would get him too. Now, I know he's more than likely in everybody's top 4, but one thing I like to do, I mean, I like getting Lamar Jackson and pairing Rashad Bateman. I mean, I like people sleeping on Rashad Bateman. He's going to be the number 1 receiver this year. I mean, he was all right towards the end of the season. I know he doesn't have many weapons, but, you know, I mean, if Lamar plays well and he's going to run the ball and you compare him, and like I said, Rashad Bateman, Mark Andrews, think that's a good pairing. And he's a better rusher than any of these guys on this list. I mean, that's why I got him. Number 8, I'll start number 8 here, I guess, since I haven't started. Matthew Stafford. I got Matthew Stafford, who I wasn't sure about here. This is where, like, I'm just throwing people on here. I got people off this list that you guys might be surprised about. But I got Stafford. I mean, the dude just got a rocket. He's got probably one of the best receivers in football. We've seen best receiving, seasons we've ever seen in the NFL. And he just added Allen Robinson, who was going – I mean, the dude's really good. I mean, the dude played for the – excuse my language. I'm trying to be better at this. He played for the flipping Chicago Bears, who they could have me out there throwing the ball to him. I mean, he probably could have looked better. I mean, Allen Robinson's going to be a beast, I think. I think Allen Robinson's a good late pick. And I mean, the dude's a big body. And Matthew Stafford, I mean, they improved. I mean, if they still had Odell, and I can't even remember. They got a couple other guys too. But, I mean, he's going to throw the ball. The only thing you don't get from Matthew Stafford is he's not going to rush. But I think they have – so going in how it should be, this is how it should be. I'm sorry. I know I'm talking a lot. But how it should be, the Rams, after winning the Super Bowl, had the number 1 toughest schedule from what I'm looking at going into this season. Now Brady would have won the Super Bowl. I mean, it wouldn't happen. They would have had number 32 toughest schedule. That's why I don't understand that. I've never seen this. This is how it should be every season. But, yeah, I like that. He's going to be in tough games. He's going to have to throw the ball. Matthew Stafford. Give me Stafford at number 8. Josh, who you got at 8 here?
I'm right there with you. I got Matt Stafford, I mean, like you said, adding Allen Robinson, but, I mean, you got Cooper Kupp out there. I mean, he's almost 5,000 yards passing last season, 41 touchdowns, 8.1 yards per attempt. I mean, I got him as a solid 8 in the top 10 fantasy quarterbacks for the season.
Clay, who do you have at number 8 here?
I'm going to surprise you right here. I got Russell Wilson. I got Russell Wilson, number 8. I think that they're good. I mean, Russell Wilson, he can do it with his legs. He can do it with his arm. I think he downgraded a little bit of receivers, but I don't know. I mean, the 2 receivers he got Cortland Sutton and he's got Jerry Jeudy, which I like Jerry Jeudy. I'm high on him. But I just think that they're going to – I mean, they got a hard division. They're going to be in some shootouts. I mean, he's going to have to heat the ball. So, I mean, yeah, I got Russell. And plus, Pete Carroll, he liked to run the ball a lot. I don't know about this Broncos offense, how it's going to go. I mean, they got 2 solid running backs, but if they can sling the ball a little more, Russell Wilson's just going to be that much better fantasy-wise, putting up some points.
Yeah, no, Russell Wilson, that's a great pick. That's why that's a very good pick. They got 2 good receivers, tough division. Yeah, I mean, that's a good pick. One thing I want to say about Stafford before we go, I think they lost their coordinator, I want to say. I could be totally wrong here. I know Justin Jefferson was talking about them getting somebody from the Rams that it was an interview. They said Justin Jefferson was wondering why Cooper Kupp's getting so open half the time. And he said it was because the play design. So maybe the play designs will be different this season for the Rams. I don't really know. I'm not really much, knowing about that, but that could hurt Stafford a little bit. Maybe I don't know. That's one thing I was thinking about, and maybe help Justin Jefferson. I mean, anyway, yeah, I do like Russell Wilson though. Number 9, Clay, go ahead and start us out with number 9. Who you got number 9?
All right, so number 9, like I said, the 9 and 10 was hard for me to decide on, but I couldn't put this dude outside my top 10, so I rolled with Aaron Rodgers. I know he doesn't have a lot of damn weapons as much as he used to, but the dude's gonna put up numbers. He's not gonna lay down. So yeah, that's why I went with Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, yeah, you're gonna have this is gonna be a debate here. Josh is a little over there, he's uneasy about it, but I mean, the dude, he's gonna throw the ball. I mean, I know he might not have the weapons, but they're gonna. I don't know. I mean, I like it. I mean, there's these guys that I might not have in the list. Not saying I don't have Aaron Rodgers, but there's gonna be guys that I think are still good outside of my top 10. They're still I might pick in fantasy. Now I don't know if I'm gonna pick Rodgers, but anyway, Josh, who you got at number 9?
I mean, I got Derek Carr at number 9 with the addition of who's that? Devontae Adams. They were college teammates. I think he threw to Devontae Adams in college, and that's going to rejuvenate him. And then you got Josh McDaniels over there going to be calling the plays. The new offensive scheme, I think, is going to liven up Derek Carr, and I got him as a solid number 9 in my top 10 fantasy points for quarterback this season.
I didn't know what to do here, and I didn't think nobody was going to do it. I have Derek Carr at number 9 as well. I think it's very high for Derek Carr. I think, but I think, Derek Carr could be, he could come out and be a top 5 quarterback. I don't know about that. He could be really good this season. He's got all the weapons to do it, and I think they got a good defense. They got a good offensive line. The problem is,
I said, dang it, Chris.
Yeah, I went
with Derek Carr because I was like, nobody's going to pick him in their top 10.
They got the 7th toughest schedule in football. He's going to need to throw the ball. They got, Josh Jacobs running the ball. Come on now. He's going to be good. The only thing about Derek Carr is who do you pair him with? I've heard
Devontae Adams. You pair him with Devontae Adams or Waller. You get either one of them.
See, Devontae Adams. I just don't – I like Devontae Adams. I do. I really do. Hunter Renfrow looked very good last season too. Hunter Renfrow, if you could get Hunter Renfrow late, because a lot of people are sleeping on Hunter Renfrow, if you could get him late like you can get of a Devontae Smith, Hunter Renfrow might be really good. He's going to be
if you're at the turn, if you're in a 12-team league and you're at the turn and somehow Devontae Adams is still there, or if you're at a 10-team league and you're at the turn, you roll with Devontae Adams and a damn running back. Or you go Devontae Adams, Travis Kelce. I don't care how you do it.
I like Devontae
and you can get Derek Carr way later.
I like Devontae Adams, and I understand they're college quarterbacks. But, he had one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever throw him the football. He might be the best route runner in football. Don't get me wrong. But, the dude, they had a play designed for him that they looked in the end zone for him every time. I just don't know if that – I don't know. I like Devontae, but, there's guys that I would pick over Devontae that I don't think – the thing is, I don't think I'm going to be able to get to Devontae Adams in my draft the way I'm thinking about it.
No, I don't draft that way either. It's hard for me to take a receiver in the first round.
I could get a receiver, but if I'm getting a receiver, and I don't want to go ahead and if I don't want to go ahead and go into our fantasy, but the things I heard about Justin Jefferson, I'm probably taking Justin Jefferson over.
I had him.
But you got to think he's going like top 7 picks.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying.
And I'm not. If I'm top 7, I'm guaranteed to grab a running back. That's just me. I can't.
There's just so many.
That's just how I draft. I can't.
If
I could get one of them top 7 running backs, I'm going to do it. Now, there is, after 7, some of those guys I could care less. I'm just going to roll with whatever.
And the thing is, I like if I could get, like I was telling before, like the Hurts and the Devontae Smith. If I could get a Derek Carr and a Hunter Renfrow. Darren Waller, I did say stuff about Darren Waller. I just don't know. I've heard some bad things about Waller and him going into it. I just don't know. And you have to draft a tight end so high. I'm just not sure about Darren Waller yet. But if you could get a Derek Carr and a Renfrow and then get a two top running backs, I know you're going to have to get another receiver in there too, because you might not want Hunter Renfrow as your number 1. But if you could get 2 top running backs with a Derek Carr and a Renfrow and somebody else, that's a good Derek Carr is your number 2. That's a good team to pair him with. I don't know.
Who has Josh McDaniels had as a receiver, as an offensive play caller since Randy Moss? Like who has he had over there at New England, like Devontae Adams?
Yeah,
like,
I don't even know how long has McDaniels been around. How long has McDaniels around when Moss was over there?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so. I could be wrong, but maybe I'm wrong. But all right, let's get into number 10. Josh, give us your number 10.
My number 10 is the guy with the change of scenery who'll be throwing to Clay's guy Pittman, and that's Matt Ryan.
Oh, God. Oh, God. No, you did not.
Hey, don't shake your head at any of my picks ever again, okay? You just picked that one.
That dude, he ain't even sleeping on my couch. He ain't in my Taylor's. He ain't in my honorable mentions.
Taylor's going to run the ball, bro.
Yeah,
Taylor's taking all the fantasy points.
Come on, tell us.
Yeah, just wait and watch, man. You just wait and watch. Just wait and watch. A change of scenery from Matt Ryan. He's a good quarterback, and he's going to have that offensive line now that's going to be able to protect him. They're going to be trying to take James or Jonathan Taylor out of the game. They're going to have to pass the ball to win. I'm telling you, Matt Ryan.
The thing
top
I like, I honestly
and
like
now I
it.
got somebody in there that y'all don't have.
I like it. No, I do like it.
Chris
I like
got my
him.
number 10 guy, I bet.
I like him as a real quarterback. I like him as I think they're going to be a lot better this season. They got Pittman. It's just, I don't know. I mean, he could definitely do good. I mean, he could definitely go back to his MVP ways. I mean, I just don't know. I mean, it's Matt Ryan, man. Come on now. I mean, really. And when they get to the goal line, you telling me, are they going to let Matt Ryan throw the ball to Michael Pittman and Pierce Campbell and Doolin or whatever? Are they going to run the football with the best running back, one of the best running backs in football?
He's going to put up a lot of yards this year.
I mean, I agree. I think he's. I don't think he's good enough for a number 10 quarterback over some of these guys.
I think he'll have over 20 passing touchdowns.
Do you think Matt Ryan's
20 passing touchdowns? Is that a lot?
Tom Brady?
I mean, that ain't that much. No number. Okay, I'll go with it.
I don't trust Tom Brady's age.
It don't matter. He's got the O line. He's got all the receivers.
I'm going number 10. And if that's who Clay's saying he's got at number 10,
that ain't who I got as number 10.
I got. Go ahead. I'll go ahead and go to my number 10. I got Tom Brady at number 10. I mean, the dude is going to throw the football.
Yeah,
I mean, I hate Tom Brady. I think and it's going into the season. I think Tom Brady could definitely, like I said, something's telling me there's going to be an injury bug in Tampa Bay this season. Something's telling me that. Maybe it's just a Saints fan in me, but something's telling me there's going to be an injury bug in Tampa Bay this season. But I mean, the dude's going to throw the football. He is old. I mean, they got Fournette, who, I mean, he catches so many balls. They're not going to run the ball. The dude is going to throw. I mean, they're going to throw the football. They got Julio Jones now, who I think it's going to be pretty good personally. I mean, I really do. I know he wasn't good in Atlanta, but I think he's going to be pretty good. They got a good offensive line. They got y'all top defense y'all talking about. I mean, they're going to throw the football, and in the end zone, they're just going to throw the football. Fourth toughest schedule in the NFL too. I mean, he's not going to run it in, but I mean, the dude's going to put up passing touchdowns. Give me Tom Brady, number 10. Clay, who you got?
All right, look. So I wanted to put Matt Stafford at 10. I wanted to put Tom Brady at 10. I wanted to put Derek Carr at 10.
I know who this guy number 10.
But I have to put this guy because of fantasy purposes, and I'm going to take him, and I wanted to put him on my list. So at the end of the year, y'all come to me and give me Trey Lance at number 10.
I had him at number 10.
Because I'm high on Trey Lance. I'm a believer in Trey Lance. He's got Kyle Shanahan. That's all you got to say. The dude is going to put up numbers. He's not going to fold. I mean, they're not going to keep Jimmy G, so they're going to roll with him. Give me Trey Lance number 10.
I had him number 10 at first too. I changed my list. I did have him at number 10. I wanted to put him at number 10. But I remember watching. I mean, I understand they're going to run the offense through him. Trey Lance is going to do very well. He's probably going to be a top 10 fantasy quarterback this season, honestly. I mean, dude's going to run the ball. They're going to design him to run the end zone. Thing is, the Niners, I mean, they just run the football, man. They might not throw that much. I mean, they might do shovel passes to Devo and stuff. I mean, they're just going to run it. I mean, they run with a bunch of different guys.
But who's going to run? Trey Lance is going to run too.
Yeah,
they're going to design Trey Lance to run.
I think they're going to hand it off a lot. I mean, Mitchell. I mean, I don't know. I got it. Trey Lance is one of those things going into it. I'm probably going to pick him a few leagues. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to
pick him a few leagues.
But I mean,
maybe all of them. Shit, I don't know.
I mean, I'm just worried. The Niners run. They go and hand it off, and I just don't know. It's one thing I got to see it to believe it. One thing I got to see it to believe it. Was that everybody's number 10? Josh, did you want to comment on Trey Lance before we?
No, man, that's a good pick, man. I'm not going to throw shade like y'all did on Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan will finish about top 20.
All right, we'll go ahead. We're going to do this we ain't going to take too long on this, but honorable mentions, I'll go ahead and go through mine. I got honorable mentions and sleepers. I'll start with honorable mentions here. I got a few. Rodgers, number 11. I mean, it's Aaron Rodgers, dude. I mean, he's going to throw the ball. They're going to be in tough games. Russell Wilson, number 12. I didn't want to put him in there. New team. Who knows? Dak Prescott. The dude can do it with his legs. They designed to run touchdowns with him. I mean, he's got a dude that sucks who should be traded in Ezekiel Elliott. Tony Pollard. I mean, they designed runs for him to do rushing touchdowns. I mean, Dak Prescott's really good. Trey Lance, I got as an honorable mention, not a sleeper. I got him as an honorable mention. And then, that's my honorable mentions. I'll get into my sleepers in a second. I don't know how y'all did it. That's how I did it. Josh, I know you had a couple. Who'd you have at honorable mention?
Yeah, I had Aaron Rodgers next at 11, and then I had Kirk Cousins. I think
that's a good one.
Maybe he's a sleeper. I think he's going to put up some points this year, especially with Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, you should put Kirk Cousins number 10. Just kidding. Matt Ryan might shut us all up. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hey man, I'm a little biased towards Matt Ryan.
It's honestly not that bad.
Rise up, baby, rise up.
Matt Ryan, he could be a late quarterback for me, honestly, if I compare him to Michael Pittman. But anyway, Clay, go ahead and give us your honorable mentions here.
Yeah, I kind of did. I gave Stafford, Tom Brady, Derek Carr. I think it's good. Cousins, I think it's good. I had Dak Prescott. I like a lot of quarterbacks this year.
Yeah.
If you want to go ahead and roll with me as a sleeper, I'll give you one. I don't really want to say Tua, but give me an improved Trevor Lawrence to, if you need somebody to fill in. I ain't rolling with Trevor Lawrence, but
you ain't
somebody
picking.
to fill in for a
I
week.
love Trevor Lawrence. I think he's good. I think that should be who should be like on the 49ers or somewhere right now. Trey Lance or to Pittsburgh or somewhere. I mean, get the hell out of Jacksonville. Excuse my language.
Tua can stay healthy, he'll put up more points than you.
I had Marcus Mariota at number 11.
Mariota's gonna run. I mean, honestly, if he wasn't on, that's the thing with Trevor Lawrence and Mariota. I like Mariota. I personally have always liked Mariota. I just like Mariota. But I'm not picking a quarterback on Jacksonville and the Falcons, two of the worst things.
No, I'm not either. I'm saying a fill-in guy.
They ain't filling on my fucking team. I'll tell you that right now. They ain't filling it on my bench.
Bye week, baby. Bye week.
Bye week. I'm running with the empty slot. That's why I'm running with. Bye week. I'm running with Blaine Gabbert or somebody and hoping Tom Brady gets hurt. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, sleepers. I'm gonna go ahead and go through them real quick, and then we'll get them run backs. Kirk Cousins. I got Kirk Cousins. Obviously Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, who I think is gonna be really good this season. Jameis Winston. Got one of the best receivers cores in football. Got a good defense. Couldn't do him in my top 10. Probably gonna be on a lot of my teams, but it's the health problem here for me. I got a bunch. I probably named every quarterback. I'm sorry. Zach Wilson, if healthy. I liked Wilson. He can run. He can throw. He's on the jet. So Tua, who I think is a boom or bust. Josh, you had a better chance of putting Tua than Matt Ryan at your number 10. I'd have liked Tua much more.
Don't sleep on Matty Ice.
I had Deshaun Watson in there, but I'm hearing things he might not play this season. So I don't think
he was on my list. He was on my list.
And one who I'm surprised. Dude, they got the receiving core. He could be a backup. Jared Goff. I hate Jared Goff, but they're gonna throw the football, man. If the Lions are gonna be good, if your Lions are gonna be damn a playoff team, who's going to have to run that playoff team? Who's going to have to put up numbers? It's going to have to be Jared Goff. Anyway, I know we've been here for a while. I talk all day.
Yeah, we better run through these running backs quick.
Let's get through the running backs here. We ain't gonna run. I'm gonna talk, but we're gonna do it anyway. Number one, I'll start. It might be different than other people's. Josh was just talking about him the other week. You could put Taylor at your number one, but I think you're an idiot if you put Jonathan Taylor at your number one. You pick Christian McCaffrey as your number one. The dude's going to do everything on the offense. He's going to catch the ball. He's going to run the ball. He's going to put up all the touchdowns for this team. I think if he stays healthy, he's going to be the highest fantasy player in football. McCaffrey. Clay, who you got?
Yeah, I went with Christian McCaffrey just because if I had the number one pick, that's who I'd take. I would take the risk on Christian McCaffrey because Jonathan Taylor can get hurt too, and McCaffrey's going to catch a lot more passes, I feel like, than Jonathan Taylor is. And, so that's who I rolled with at number one.
And he's going to play 100% of the snaps. They ain't running no Chubba Hubbard. He might play when he's hurt. But anyway, Josh, who you got number one?
Yeah, because of his injury situation, I did not put McCaffrey number one. If I have the number 1 pick, I'm not picking McCaffrey. I mean, I'm going to go with Jonathan Taylor.
Oh man, this dude's picking. I mean, damn, give him the whole Colts offense. Colts better. Hey, they better make the Super Bowl. They better make a run now. Yeah, I mean that's not a bad pick. I say that, but I just like the catcher.
I mean, y'all might be surprised where I have McCaffrey on my list.
God.
I mean, no, it's not.
Come on.
You just have to look at it how much he catches the ball. Taylor just don't catch the ball like that. That's why I got. I'll go ahead and go into it because I think it's going to be similar for Clay. I got Jonathan Taylor number 2. Clay, who you got number 2?
I got Jonathan Taylor number 2. He's going to run that offense.
All right, Josh. Who do you have at your number 2?
I got Nick Chubb as number 2.
No. He ain't even my damn top 10. He's a good runner. He's not in my top 10.
Dude, he's going to be a top 10 scorer in running backs for fantasy football, dude.
He'd have to have his best season of all time.
What's the other running back up there? Kareem Hunt don't even want to play for the Browns.
No, I agree with you. He can be in that.
If that offense is going to do anything, it's going to be through the run game.
I agree with you. No, I agree with you. I mean, you got a good point.
Watson's not going to play.
You got a good point. But I'm sorry, there ain't no way in hell he is going to be the number 2 quarterback. He might be top 5, and I love him. I think I've said this before. I think Nick Chubb might be the best pure runner in football.
Well, we got to have a little diversity.
Exactly. No.
Got to be a little different, yeah.
Hey, you got to be a little bit different. But damn, if I ain't gonna go at both of y'all, I don't give a damn if you're a man off the street. I'm going at you if you got a bad pick. I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. You can hurt my feelings on college.
My feelings ain't hurt, son.
You can hurt my feelings when I got Appalachian State in the top 25. So we do the college football show tomorrow. So anyway, where we at? Who we got number 2? We at number 3 now. I'll go ahead and do my number 3. We're gonna try to get through this here. Let's go number 3. I got Derrick Henry. I mean, if he catches the ball more, I mean, he's just who's scoring the touchdowns? They lost A.J. Brown. Who's getting in the end zone? Who's going to run the ball 30 times a game if he stays healthy? I mean, honestly, if Derrick Henry could catch the ball, he'd be my number 1 running back. Give me Derrick Henry. Clay, who you got number 3?
So clearly I did these as if they're healthy. We're not talking about who I think should get injured. So number 3, just because of the offense, and he's going to catch some passes, and he scores some touchdowns, I went with Austin Eckler. Give me Austin Eckler number 3.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick. I don't mind it. I'm not going to say too much about that one. Josh?
Okay, now I got your Panthers running back, Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, I thought you had him at 7.
Okay, yeah. 3's not bad. 3's not bad. 3's not bad. It's just
he moved him up. He moved him up after you gave him shit about Chubb.
Yeah. You gotta move him up. 3's not bad. It's just the number 2 guy you got above him.
I mean, are they going to limit him to try to keep him healthy? That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Are they going to limit him to try to keep him healthy? I think he might.
If they do that, they're trying to trade him.
I think he could have played more last year at the end of the season, but I think they went ahead and said, "Oh, we're out. We're not making the playoffs," so they took him out. So I think he's definitely a little healthy now.
That is a good point by Josh, though. I will give you that. That's a good point. I mean, if they're not good in the season, even though Josh has them as the number 2 team in the NFC South, what I think is crazy as hell. If they're not good this season and say they only got a few wins, I mean, they might sit. Chris McCaffrey might decide to sit towards the end of the season, and maybe he's thinking, "Oh, I can go somewhere else and get traded." Trying to, he's already. I mean, maybe he's wanting to go somewhere else and trying to save that. I don't know. I mean, that's not a bad point. Who's at number 3 here? Did we all do number 3?
Did you give your number? Yeah, you gave Henry.
I gave Henry. Yeah, number 4, I got Najee Harris, who, if healthy, I know that might be crazy. I know he's on Pittsburgh. The dude, like you said, runs so much of the snaps. They say he might get less of the snaps this season. I know Clay said something about his rolled ankle, but I mean, if he was on a good team, I think he could be a top 3 fantasy running back easy. I mean, he catches the ball. It's just the bad thing is, on Pittsburgh, I might have him a little bit too high, but I got Najee Harris. Clay, who you got 3 or 4?
I got the workhorse, Derrick Henry. If he falls to me late in the number 1 round, I am stealing him up. I don't care about his injury. injuries in the past, I'm rolling with Derrick Henry.
Josh.
Yeah, that dude's gonna get the touches for sure. Y'all might think I'm crazy, but
Oh God.
number 4, we're gonna go with y'all's boy, Alvin Kamara.
Okay, I mean,
he catches passes out of the backfield.
yeah, no, that's a good.
I think he's gonna put up a lot of fantasy points this year.
The thing, I'm not gonna bash it all. I think they gained too many weapons on offense. That's me personally. I think he's gonna lose some of the touchdowns. They still got Mark Ingram. And if somehow he gets suspended, I went into this as thinking he could possibly get suspended. Now, I've heard Adam Schefter, whatever his name is, did say earlier that the thing was pushed back. His court date was pushed back. He's thinking Kamara's going to play the whole season. So that could push Kamara up my board, but I just don't have him.
I know they got some more weapons over there in New Orleans, but I think that's going to free him up.
Yeah, I'm with Josh. I think it frees him up a little bit. Because they got the duo again back, Mark Ingram and Kamara, but Kamara's definitely the more solid of the two as far as fantasy purposes go, and I think it's going to free him up.
Yeah, I mean, and his ADP, where he's getting drafted is very low. I mean, he's getting drafted late too.
Second round, I think.
That's one guy you can. So I've seen some people take him. I don't know, to late second round. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's guy. I'm very low on Kamara when y'all see him where I have him on this list, but I've took into account of injury and stuff. I mean, the suspension and stuff. Where are we at? Was that your number 4, Josh?
Yeah, that was my number 4.
All right, let's go to number 5 for me. I got Austin Eckler for everything Clay said.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Did Clay give his number 4?
Yeah, he gave Derrick Henry, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Austin Eckler is going to score. I don't know. I like Eckler. He catches balls a lot. PPR, I'd definitely take him. Standard league, probably not. And he's got nobody behind. I don't know who he has behind him. That's one thing too. It's just like Najee Harris. Why I took Najee Harris at number 4. Who's he got him? Who's behind him? Derrick Henry. Who's behind him? The Haskins guy. Who's behind him? They ain't got nobody behind him. So that's why I took Eckler at number 5. Josh, who you got number 5?
Give me Derrick Henry, number 5. He's going to get a lot of touches. If he stays healthy, he's going to score a lot. Like I said, they lost Brown, so who's going to score touchdowns for him? I just don't know how much we could trust Tennessee. Are they going to overwork him, and then by week 8, he's going to be wore down? But, yeah, I got Derrick Henry solid number 5 in my.
Yeah, I'm sorry, freeze for a minute. I was just thinking about something. Josh, you were talking about Nick Chubb. Just please, just wait on him, man. Don't reach for him. You can get him later. I promise. He could definitely have an upside season, but please wait to get him as your second running back. Okay, just wait. I mean, you can get him as your number 1 running back if you like him that much, but just don't reach on him. That's all I'm asking. Don't reach your eye on him. Anyway, Clay, who you got?
I went probably a little different, but I went Dalvin Cook, number 5. Because, the dude's a workhorse. He's going to score fantasy points, and he's rolling with Josh's boy. You like that, Kirk Cousins. So, he's going to do good.
Yeah, no, I like that. Yeah, it's Dalvin Cook. He's got a lot of upside. He could put up – thing is he going to put up 40 points or is he going to put up 12 points? That's the only thing. But he has a lot of games where he puts up a lot of points. Dalvin Cook could be the number 1 running back. It wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, he's big, very safe play in my opinion, if he stays healthy. Where are we at? Number 6 is where I got Dalvin Cook for everything I just said. Josh, who you got at 6?
Dalvin Cook for everything y'all just said.
So we'll keep it going. Clay, who do you got at number 6?
I went Najee Harris. He's going to get all the work. That's if his injury don't affect him. But, yeah, Najee Harris, he's going to score fantasy points.
Najee Harris. All right. Number 7, and this is where I might be different here. Might surprise y'all a little bit. Number 7, I got Aaron Jones. People's not high on Aaron Jones, but if you look at him when Devontae Adams was not playing, the dude just caught so many balls. He just did very well. I know they got A.J. Dillon. I love drafting Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon just in case. I mean, I think that's a good – I know you have to get A.J. Dillon a little higher, but I think that's a good, combination to do. It's just the thing is they're going to score. I mean, who do they have to – they just don't have many weapons, and I think Aaron Jones is one of Aaron Rodgers' favorites to throw the ball to, and I think he's going to run the ball in the end zone. The only thing is A.J. Dillon going to steal those handoffs and run them in? Is he going to be the end zone back? That's the only thing that hurts me. But, yeah, Aaron Jones, number 7. Josh, who you got number 7?
I have Austin Eckler.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to catch some passes, and he's, their workhorse out there. I think he'll do really good for the Chargers. So I got him locked in 7.
I feel like Josh is he's getting more similar to us here, but I'm hoping I want to see this printed out sheet that he has. Make sure I feel like he's gonna come out and say James Cook at number 4 or something. I'm just kidding. Anyway, Clay, I'm just kidding. I can't see that anyway, but yeah, I got you. Clay, who do you got at number 7?
I got it because their offense is going to score. Number 7, and I got beat by this guy a lot in fantasy last year because I don't really take him a lot, but I got Joe Mixon, number 7. Dude's going to put up fantasy numbers.
Yeah, Mixon. I just something about him. I mean, he don't have a backup either. Something about him. I just don't like Mixon. I don't know. I just never liked drafting the guy. I don't know. I always end up with him. I just don't end up drafting for some reason. Number 8. I'm going to surprise you again. Probably what got him way too high. I got Leonard Fournette at number 8 as my number 8 running back. Dude's going to catch the ball. I mean, he might have this rookie behind him, but I don't know much about him. I mean, the dude's going to be involved in the offense. I know they got a lot of receivers, whatnot. The only thing that's going to kill him is they're going to throw the ball in the end zone, whatever, whatnot. But I don't know. I just think he's going to catch a lot of balls, going to score a lot of touchdowns, going to have a lot of rushing yards. Depending on if he's not 400 pounds coming into training camp or whatever Clay said, that's the only thing that's going to kill me if he's out of shape. But I don't know. I think it's a big upside pick for Leonard Fournette. I like him. I like getting him a little later in drafts. I just took him at number 8. Josh, you got number 8.
Number 8, I have Najee Harris, and the reason I got him so low is he dealt with some injuries.
Yeah.
He only got a metal plate.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know about the metal plate. I know their offensive line sucks too. So
or was it Henry that has the metal plate? Well, one of them's got a metal plate in their foot.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, I got Najee Harris as number 8 on my running back.
No, I mean he could definitely not do good this season. I mean they don't have a good offensive line either. So I like that. Number 8, that's a good place for him. Clay, who you got number 8?
Number 8, I got Aaron Jones. I think that he's going to run the ball, but I do think A.J. Dillon's going to steal some touchdowns from him. But he's a good receiving back too for Aaron Rodgers. So I just like the way he plays. So I got Aaron Jones.
Gotcha. All right, let's get into number 9. Number 9, I got Joe Mixon. Honestly, didn't have him in my top 10 at first. To be honest with you, that's surprising. I just don't like Joe Mixon for some reason. I just don't think he's got much upside. I see him a lot of times. He puts up like 10 or 12 points. You're not going to see Joe Mixon put up 40 points. I mean, it's just not going to happen unless they somehow run the ball. I mean, it's just not going to happen. That's the only thing that kills me with Mixon is he's not putting up 40 points. It's not happening. He's not having these incredible numbers these other guys have. It would surprise me. We've seen Aaron Jones put up 50 points. We haven't seen I mean, that I can remember. I haven't seen Mixon put up like 40, 50 points. Josh, who you got number 9?
I got Joe Mixon number 9.
Good pick.
I mean, he had 16 total touchdowns last year. I think he may get a couple more this year. I think he'll catch the ball out of the backfield. I just like him as my number 9 fantasy running back.
And they don't have anybody else really behind him that I know of besides P. Ryan or whatever. But anyway, Clay, who you got number 9?
I got Alvin Kamara at number 9. I think, like Josh said, I think it opens him up. I think the receivers and having Michael Thomas back, I think it's going to open him up because he didn't really have a solid fantasy year last year. But look, when Michael Thomas was there, look at his fantasy points then, And granted, he also had Drew Brees, but damn, I mean, Jameis is going to have to dump the ball off. So, so I'm rolling with him at number 9. And I will take him. I will take him in some fantasy drafts if he falls as late as he's fallen.
Yeah, no, I agree. Number 10, where we at? Number 10, I got Kamara. I went with Kamara. Once again, y'all surprised. I didn't have him in the top 10 at first. I had some other guys, but thought about it, looked at some other things, and I was like, dude, it's still having Kamara. You got to have him in your top 10. I mean, this is where Nick Chubb wouldn't have surprised me right here, but number 2, he surprised me. Josh, who you got number 10?
All right. Y'all ready to laugh?
No, I mean, honestly, you can have. I don't think you're gonna have anybody at number 10 that surprised me too much. Go ahead.
All right, he's on a new team, and that's James Conner.
People are sleeping on James Conner.
I like what he did in Pittsburgh, but now he's.
So thing is, he was on. No, if you don't, sorry, Josh. I know you're more of a college guy, but he was on Arizona last season, and he put up numbers. The dude was putting up like 30 points. I mean, I know Clay don't like him, but he ain't got nobody behind him no more. I mean, James Conner is a steal. I'm sorry. I mean, James Conner, he can do really good. I mean, he's not that good, don't get me wrong, but he scores touchdowns. And they have nobody else.
Yeah, because Edmonds with the Dolphins now. So
they don't have receivers either. I mean, he's going to get the rushing touchdowns. It's just going to happen. Sorry, Clay, who you got number 10?
James Conner.
All right, so don't get me wrong. The whole James Conner thing, if James Conner's there in a draft, I will take him because if you played fantasy football with Clay, I steal running backs. That's all I do. I mean, I'll take a running back top 5 picks if I have to. I'll do it just to jack him up. But this year, the whole running back situation is a little different. I mean, I've seen people do fantasy draft where they don't even draft a running back to like pick 4 or 5 because there's so much depth in the running back position this year.
What do you mean? Hold on, time out. What do you mean pick 4 or 5? You mean?
I mean, like round 4 or 5, they'll wait to grab running back.
You lost.
No, I'm telling you, there's running backs in this draft that can sleep your way through. But I'm not doing that. Don't get me wrong. That's not how I draft.
No, there's just not enough. I mean, there's not enough.
There is enough.
All right, when we get to the honorable mentions, we'll see if there's enough. I listed a lot, but am I confident they're going to be better than McCaffrey? They're going to be better than
some of my honorable mentions I will take over some of the ones in my top 10 just because I'm not grabbing those guys.
I agree.
I'm not grabbing a Joe Mixon. I'm not grabbing a Nick Chubb early.
I agree. But
I'm not grabbing Austin Eckler if I have the 3rd pick. I'm sorry. I'm just not. I like Austin Eckler. I think he's going to score a lot of points. But if I have the 3rd pick and Taylor and McCaffrey's going, I'll take Derrick Henry over James Conner, over Austin Eckler just because I don't know. Some of these guys that I have in my top 10 are different than how I will draft them in fantasy.
I will too. That's why you should have had Derrick Henry at number 3 like me. I mean, that's why.
I'm just saying I might take Dalvin Cook over Austin Eckler. I hate to tell you.
Anyways,
my number 10 fantasy purposes, if Jamal Williams does not take the ball from him, is DeAndre Swift. I think the dude's going to have a lot of receivers around him. I think he's going to run the ball. He's a good pass catching back. I don't know. I think he's just going to score.
I definitely agree. I think y'all did some good things at number 10, which I was doing at number 10 until I put Kamara in there. I like both of those. I mean, I don't like them. I'm not like 100% comfortable as them as my number 1 backs. That's the thing. I don't think I could do it. I think I got to have, I don't know. It's just tough, but whatever. Let's go through some honorable mentions here. I'll go through mine. I got Saquon, honorable mention. I know the Giants suck, but the dude's going to catch patches. I mean, he could come back and he could be easily a top 10 running back. It wouldn't surprise me. Giants got better. Offensive line got better. If he can stay healthy, he's going to be good. Number 13, I got Josh's favorite player, Nick Chubb. Dude's a runner. I mean, he's good. 14, DeAndre Swift. I know I'm named these are not in order, but DeAndre Swift, like Clay said, kills me, like you said, Jamal Williams. Got a lot of weapons on the offense. I don't know. I mean, Swift's definitely a great late pick. Number 15, I really like this one right here. Cam Akers.
Yeah.
Love Cam Akers. Love it.
Yes.
Love it. The dude came back and he was good. If he's healthy, I mean, this dude could be a top 10 quarterback, running back, easy. I mean, I love it. I love Cam Akers there. Guy I shouldn't have had on this list. I don't know why I missed him. I don't know. I was doing some other things. He's probably not good, but Antonio Gibson is. Why is people not high on him? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. He was
He's
going
going
like
really
top
late.
10 last year.
I mean, he's going really late. I just don't get it. I mean, if I could get him super, super late, I mean, why not take a chance? I mean, I know they got Robinson Jr. from Alabama, right? I mean, he looked good in the preseason the other day, but I don't know. Why not? Sleepers, I'll go through my sleepers real quick, too, to keep it going. Travis Etienne, definitely a sleeper. I don't know how much – people ain't sleeping on him. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get him because he's going so high. But J.K. Dobbins, like that. J.K. Dobbins, definitely a great pick coming back from injury. A.J. Dillon, like getting him. James Cook, sleeper. Kenneth Walker from Seattle, who's going to be the starter there, who knows, like getting that if Rashad Penny's hurt. 49er running back, any 49er running back wouldn't surprise me to do really well. Like getting one of those. And Cordarrelle Patterson. I mean, why? I mean, Falcons got nobody, man.
Yeah.
I mean, and did you see the games? Did you see the games he put up last season? And nobody's drafting him. Nobody's drafting Cordarrelle
He's going to be the
Patterson.
leading scorer for the Falcons for sure.
I mean, he might not be the leading scorer for the Falcons, but I mean, he's good to have as a running back. I mean, he's good to have on your team, I think. Josh, any sleepers, honorable mentions?
Yeah. Swift was one of them. Zeke, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
But what about Damian Harris for the Patriots?
he scores touchdowns, man.
If he scores as much touchdowns. If he don't score touchdowns, he wouldn't have been worth a damn fantasy last year.
You're right. Yeah, that's
if he scores touchdowns, Damian Harris will be good.
Stevenson, you never know. Stevenson could take that job, but if he scores.
And of course, Barkley. And I like that Antonio Gibson. Leonard Fournette is up there right in my top 15.
Yep. No.
Javonte Williams from the Broncos.
Oh, that's the one I forgot. No, love Javonte Williams. You mentioned him. Love him. Especially they're talking bad about Melvin Gordon. I like getting Javonte Williams and Melvin Gordon in case Javonte goes down. They're saying good things about Williams. Williams is a good pick if you can get him late enough. Clay, who you got?
I got pretty much all the guys y'all said. I got, Nick Chubb. I really like Cam Akers, like Chris talked about. I have J.K. Dobbins on my list. I mean, Saquon, I'll take Saquon too. I don't really care because he's gonna run the ball. But I really want to touch on what Chris talked about, and one person he mentioned, he had touched a long time on it. This dude is gonna take the job. Will they get down the field? Who freaking knows? But Pete Carroll loves to run the ball, and if you can get him late, you take Kenneth Walker. I don't want to tell Josh that because I'm in one fantasy football league with him. But if Kenneth Walker is there late, you take Kenneth Walker. He will be the damn starter for Seattle Seahawks once Rashad Penny blows his leg out like he does every year. Because Rashad Penny has not played. He hasn't played a full season in a long time. I don't think he did really good last year at the end of the season, but he only played like 10 games, I think. So
hey, what about this new running back for the Jets, this Breece Hall?
Breece Hall, yeah, I've heard about him too.
I just don't know much about him. I
don't know a whole lot about him either. I like Antonio Gibson. I mean, if it's late and I need backs, I'm taking a Chase Edmonds for Miami.
It's just Miami's got so many. Man.
They got so many, but I'm gonna take him just to see.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Yeah, I mean the running back situation is deep this year.
Elijah Mitchell.
Elijah Mitchell is deep. I'm telling you.
It's not. But it's not. See, okay, it's deep when we get to this.
There's so many running backs by committee.
Yeah,
it's so deep.
If I could get a Cam Akers and DeAndre Swift, I'm happy. I agree with you there. But I don't want Gibson as my number. I'm not feeling comfortable about Gibson. I mean,
if Gibson's at my number 2, I'm fine.
He's on Washington, man.
He's gonna get the work.
He's on Washington. They ain't gonna put up points.
I'm not high on him, but
he might have one good week. The thing is, Clay, you got to look at teams.
Mark my words. Watch out for Walker for Seattle.
I don't want 10 points for my running back
to be the starter. He's going to get a ton of touches.
I don't want 10 points.
Hey,
I want people that's got upside.
I mean, with all these teams splitting the carries, dude, it's really hard unless you got a definite number one like Taylor or Cook or McCaffrey or Henry. But I mean,
at least like getting one of those guys.
How about Josh Jacobs? They use him a lot on the goal line.
Yeah, I'm not sure about it yet.
Yeah, but is Zamir White going to be involved in that? You don't know. You know what I'm saying? You don't know though.
Where's
you really
Drake
don't.
at? Where's Kenyon Drake?
He's there too. So you
Yeah.
don't know. We don't know till the first part of the season. It's going to be interesting.
One thing you do know, them Niners are going to run the football. I'm telling you, that Elijah Mitchell.
And they're going to put up points.
That's going to be the sleeper. One of those, Price or somebody, you're going to have to get. That's going to be. Me and Clay did it all the time last season. You pick up them Niner backs. I mean,
the only Niner back that's ever failed me, and he's still on the Niners, is Trey Sermon. I don't know what happened to him, but he did not do anything.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, when he got in the game, he fumbled.
Yeah.
That dude was good in college.
Yeah. But I still, like I said, unless I'm not feeling comfortable about a Gibson, a ETM, Dobbins, I don't know. I still like getting one of those number one guys. And you talking about running backs being so deep, the receivers are deep too, man. So I don't know.
Year that I won the league a couple of years ago, I had Cook and Kamara as my.
Yeah, I still like getting running backs high. Now maybe I don't. Maybe I like getting like a Henry and a Cam Akers or Swift. If I can get like a Henry and a Cam Akers and a Swift somehow, like getting three decent guys, I like doing that. But just having two guys that I'm not comfortable with, I'm just not sure.
Yeah, me and Clay going to have conflict of interest because we're in the same league.
Yeah.
And we're going to be getting on here every week. And
it's going to happen.
These ideas.
Yeah. Just one league.
Well, I didn't even draft. I don't even think I drafted my team for that league the past 2 years. And the first year I came in first, second year I came in second. And don't get me wrong, Josh texted me because we was in the championship game. And Josh is going to text me after the first set of games, be like, "Oh, congratulations, you won." And I was like, "Dude, you're about to come back and beat me." And damn if he didn't. So I don't know why he already laid down. He was because I was gonna offer to split the money with him. I was like, "Look, bro, we just split the money." He's probably glad I did because I knew I was about to lose.
Don't split no money.
Like
you damn sure ain't splitting no money with me. If I come back and beat your ass, you fucking lost. I'm sorry. You a loser.
I won 2 years ago in Matt's league.
No, you won last year.
Did I win last year?
I won 2 years ago. You won last year. You beat me last year.
Okay.
Because I won my first year.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna come back with the. I don't know what we're gonna do next week. If we're gonna do fantasy or NFL, what we're gonna do. We'll figure that out. We're gonna talk about it this week. We are going to come back with the receivers and the tight ends. So we ain't doing kickers. We ain't doing defenses. Who cares? You can draft those late. I'm not doing all those, but we will come back with the receivers and tight ends maybe next week. It's getting late. But, yeah, and we do have the college football top 25, the C&B top 25. It'll probably be out Wednesday or Thursday. It's going to be fun. That's probably the most forward I'm looking to for a video all year. I love it. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a big college guy, but I'm turning into a college guy. And I loved it. I think this was a very good show, even though I talk a lot. But, yeah, is there anything else y'all want to say? Nothing?
Right. Braves are up 5-1 in the rain delay game. It's now in the bottom of the sixth against the Mets. So
right. They need to step it up. Oh, Von Grisham. Anyway, check us out on Spotify now as well. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Josh said streamcity.org every now and then. Maybe on there. And maybe some other spots. We got a few downloads I saw on Spotify and other places. So hopefully we can pick up some interest. We'll see. But appreciate everybody watching. Peace.